we're going. You see that? That is an old, dusty, rusty Porsche. So it's an early one. It's a 60s one. And it sold to comedian Jerry Seinfeld for $650,000. What? Yeah. And your minivan is faster. So this guitar, a customer's car here, is an old Fiat. And underneath that motor in there, the motor's been expanded. It's still the same car, but with a fresh set of paint and a motor that's been expanded. Segue. Here we go. Let's talk guitars for a minute. In relation to the guitars, we got this guitar in, and this guitar was beat up. Look at that back. One of our co-workers, Tone Monster, made fun of this, having fallen on it and broken it. I bet there's 3 feet of cracks or 4 feet of cracks on the back, but it's all been put back together. And then while they did, they took the back off and rebuilt the bracing on the top. This guitar is a Carson Robison. Now, Carson Robison was the first million-seller country artist ever. In 1924, Carson Robison cut a record. Records were just starting to get distributed, and he sold 1 million copies. That made him a legend. So, Wards, Montgomery Wards, had Gibson make this top-of-the-line guitar, and this is 12 fret, Brazilian rosewood, old wood, but the top has been redone by us. This is kind of for an experienced buyer. Why? Because the top has been braced. It used to have ladder bracing. Now the top is X-braced and scalloped like many pre-war Gibsons. And this is kind of a unique thing, we will admit. This is from our Catch 2. This is a 1954 Martin. And this Martin has had the braces also scalloped. It was always an X-braced guitar, but the bracing has been scalloped. The segue is a lot like a car like this that's had its engine punched out to be a little faster. This is punched out, you might say. The motor of any acoustic guitar is the bracing inside. That's what drives the top, that's what pushes out the sound, and the bracing has been lightened up on this guitar. Now, a lot of people are going to look at this guitar, and a lot of people are going to come in, and people have looked at this and they're like, what happened to it? And I go, wah, 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 wah. And they go, okay, yeah, that's nice. This is more for an experienced buyer, I will admit. But once you understand about this and that what the bargain you're getting for this, because you are getting a bit of a deal. There is some cracks on this, but again, when we have used guitars, we put everything through the shop. And this guitar is magic, and it's hard to hear with all the wind and the car traffic noise, but I needed a car for a segue for this, for the engine. This is a fabulous guitar, and last I want to show you this. And this guitar is actually in pretty good shape. When we got this in, this is a J45. A friend of mine once told me 20 years ago, he said, buy every sunburst J45 you can. All J45s are sunburst, of course, but look at the glow in the sun of that guitar. Now, there is a crack here. We did fix it. Again, we fix all of them. Everything we get old like this goes through the shop. I fix everything. We fix everything, and we don't mind little bits and scratches. And those of you that are fans of tone know that a guitar like this listen to that deep bass sound. These J45s are all made of old wood. You can see the yellowed lacquer. You can see how well that sunburst finish glows in the sun. This is a gorgeous guitar, and yes, it has a few scratches and dings, and yes, it's fabulous. Guitars like this, people come in, they look at, and then they go home and they go, I'll wait. They don't come up that often, and many times people will come back to us and go, do you still have that unbelievable sounding guitar that you... No, they don't come and go that often. Guitars that are repaired many, many times. I admit it's an acquired taste, like Jerry Seinfeld's Porsche, that with the rust and all that. But there are people that love this kind of thing. So if you're a dyed-in-the-wool guitar guy, might I suggest something with old wood? I gotta go.